Hello everybody. I'm here in the Biscayne Bay campus of FIU, Florida International University, which I attend. There's the South Campus in South Miami and the North Campus in Biscayne Bay. And I just came walking. There's a lot of stuff. But I'm here. I came here actually to do some homework and I wanted to go do some walking over there this campus is close to the water, to the coastline, so it's really nice because you can walk there and kind of relax, and it's really nice. I probably take a little walk there later to show you, but I just wanted to. I'm doing some studying here, doing some homework and stuff. Let me. This is really nice here, actually. It's like next to the library. There's the library right there, and this is like a nice setting here where you can study. Those are the buses that I came in. But I got here kind of late. But actually I wanted to also talk to you a little bit. Like, you see this here? I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. You see that on my hand is a mark that I got as a result of a burn. It was interesting because what happened was that I was cooking rice like well, my mom was cooking rice like about 2 months ago, and but for some reason I forgot that she was doing it, and I reached over it and then the steam from the cooking like burned my hand. But the interesting thing was that it made, when it healed, when you make the scar and it heals and everything, it make a perfect, like almost a perfect heart. So it was interesting because it was like, you know, I have learned to be a little practical these days, but at the same time I kind of you know, I still have my spirituality, and a lot of times a lot of other thinkings and perceptions that a lot of people may consider as a little imaginative, but you know, like for example the heart mark that I had on my hand, it's kind of I see it as it was an accident, of course, but I see it as like a way for God, you know, his spirit to tell me, you know, that he loves me, and that perhaps he's marking me as being loved. You know what the Bible says, that there remains faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of all these is love. So perhaps it's God's own way of telling me that that I'm loved. You know, yes, I like that. But also, for example, sometimes really interesting things happen to me. Like for example, you see this I don't know if you see it, like this like the pants that I'm wearing right now. Let me show you. Like this pant that I'm wearing right now, like for example, when I was living in Jacksonville a few years ago, it was a little, it was a really a little hard time. It was a hard time during those days, but very enjoyable at the same time because I'm the kind of person that I can adapt and overcome, and I'm very tenacious. So, but it was hard because there's a lot of people that are envious and because of religious things and other, you know, oh, it's a long story. But a lot of people don't like good people, and that's the bottom line. Well, it so happens that I was doing substitute teaching during those days, and I went to this one school for special children. And I went to once I got to the school, I noticed right away the school president came to welcome me to the school where I was substituting that day, and he was wearing exactly this same kind of pants, which are not very common, or not a lot of people wear. But it was just one of those interesting things. But I don't really pay attention to that because that's something that is human-made, you know. So human beings can make basically anything to basically try to influence or change your perceptions. But then what happened was that during that day, I went to this one class with special children, and there was this one child that had been in the news like a few weeks before that I had seen, where he was like a late teenager or early 20s, and he looked like a little boy because there he had some type of learning disability, but was otherwise, you know, a normal boy. But his parents kept him like in a cage throughout like almost all his entire life, and he was of course mentally underdeveloped, but a really nice boy. But there was this other boy, his name was Roscoe, I remember his name, a black boy, really tall and kind of a little overweight, but very, very nice and quiet. And I was told by the people there that work there, like the other assistants, that not really, he doesn't talk to anybody, that not to approach him, this and that. But I went and talked to him, and he was really nice, and he liked me playing with him. And what happened was that at the end of the day, when it was time for them to go home, like we had to walk them to the bus, but this child, teenager basically, he started running around. He didn't want to go home, and I'm assuming that it might have been because I gave him that kind of attention that he was not accustomed to. And he started running around, and it took like 3 of us running through the school for 3 of us to be able to hold him because he was so strong. And what happened was that he ended up scratching me on my left hand, because in one of those instances when I was trying to hold him, and what ended up happening was that on my left hand, it was really small, but it made the scar that he made, it was a perfect heart also, just like this mark on my right hand now because of the burn. And those are really interesting things to me that have happened to me. I made like a perfect heart. I mean, what are the odds of somebody scratching you, and pulling like a little part of your skin, and then for a perfect heart to come out as a result of that. But it was really nice. And now this other thing that you see here now, and what I'm going to do real quick is that here are all my things, my study guides and everything. But I don't want to have a very long video, so what I'm going to do is that maybe tomorrow, today is January 10th, 2009. What I'm going to do probably tomorrow, I'm going to come earlier, and I'm going to go walk towards the water side that I wanted to show you, and then I'll do a second video about that. But I just wanted to tell you those few things and put it in perspective, and remember that things are great in life, and that always remember, give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm studying right now, what I'm doing this right now is constitutional law and the criminal justice system. And it's really interesting, but among other things that I have here also, like that I needed to do some homework on the America's court, and some other interesting stuff. But remember, just trying to learn the justice system is something that for me it's really hard, because I have a really strong sense of justice and of defending people, and always trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. And a lot of times in the justice system, because there's not a lot of resources, whether financially, practically, or it's too time consuming, they kind of don't give people the proper justice that they deserve. So it's very hard for me, because I put a lot of effort into it, and it takes a lot of emotional stamina for me to I don't know, to kind of sometimes not be to give too much attention to the flaws in the system. But I'm the kind of person that I like to fix things, so whether in the medical field or in the justice system, it's kind of, I respect the efforts that people put into it, but at the same time I try to kind of to give like checks and balances to make sure that the systems are working properly, and that people are getting the good care and fairness and justice that they deserve. But thank you for watching the video, and I'm going to put it online shortly, so well, actually when I get back home, because I didn't bring the cable. But thank you, and have a very good night, and remember that I always love every one of you, and love each other like Jesus Christ told you to do.